the topic or the area of investigation is to rescue our essence. Essence is actually, it's a vague term in the usual parlance, but can mean anything. But it's a fourth way term from the Gurdjieff work, and essence is something very specific, is what we came here with when we were born. We came here with this capacity to be aware, this presence, spirit, the being. You see babies, toddlers, they are there and they perceive you and they are aware. Yeah, so that's essence. But in that, there's also innate tendencies, innate peculiarities, innate wired-in configuration. Some are nerdy people, some are very kinetic people, some are more like extrovert, some are more introvert, some like feta cheese, some don't like feta cheese, some are musically inclined, some are not. So we all have some kind of innate, what's true, it's natural, it's organic, it's authentic. That's what we mostly are for the first 5-6 years in a child. So say being open, being spontaneous, being free, being creative, being enthusiastic, being loud, being interested in stuff, not caring so much what other people think about us and how to be and all that. We don't have that. This comes later. Conditioning, socialization, how a good boy should be. All of this is called conditioning or personality, persona, mask, interface with the world, hide our sensitive, subtle innocence. Yeah, so what usually happens in the West, and I think everywhere now because being so westernized, is that what should have happened, what is supposed to be happening, is that this essence is met by adults that are elders, warriors, mothers, uncles in the tribe, where they themselves are in essence and they are grown up. They are now a essence that is mature and with a sense of purpose, mission, intelligence, living in accordance with the law, the harmony, the land, God. So that's what we are supposed to be. So the young, undeveloped essence is ideally met by developed essences. Yeah, but this doesn't happen like this. Because of our pernicious, harmful process of what Gurdjieff called a pernicious so-called education, the education in the West. The education doesn't teach our essence how to grow. Education grows our personality, grows our, labels and all kind of stuff that our persona, our outer layer, the whole education, socialization, our families, parents are not in essence, are in some kind of wounded personality, traumatized and all that. So then basically our essence is bombarded by all kind of false stuff, and we learn to be how we should be according to expectations, and somehow this authentic nature is pushed down or pushed aside in a corner, and then we develop this ego, self, certain patterns. And now the more, ideally the essence should be active one in our life. That's what we live from that. But it doesn't happen. Our essence becomes passive and our personality becomes active, and the true self is dormant. Basically, we are unaware of ourselves, unaware of what we are, and looping in thoughts, fears, whatever. So the more personality becomes active and essence passive, and the more personality grows and essence is starved, the more unhappy we are. It may take some time to catch up with us. Maybe after some relationship, or in a relationship, or after some relationship, or when you give birth, or when one gets older, 30s, 40s, the skeletons, which are from one angle the pain of not living from our essence, and the contracted pain of living artificially. These are created imbalances, disharmony, and all that. They start to come out. So the difference is that basically now we all have the personality active, and the personality is strategic, is not spontaneous, is complicated, is burdened, is worried. There are many things to take into account to be okay, to get love and approval, to be liked, to fit in. It's a different texture. It's a bit like Denny's as compared to like a food and juice food. Food and juice, it's a nice store in town where they have organic food and wholesome. So what now people come to me usually two camps. Some they come because they think I'm a psychotherapist and they are suffering and they need help, psychotherapy. And other people, they are interested in awakening, evolution of consciousness, enlightenment, and some people are interested in both. Either way, whether you are interested in the deep consciousness evolution, or you are just interested to feel less miserable, it's still kind of the same work initially to diminish the strategic persona and these patterns that are creating dissatisfaction and unfulfillment, and to diminish those and to encourage more our authentic nature, our child. But now, this is supposed to grow. It's not just supposed to be it's like naive, silly child. It's the what's true remains, what's natural, what's that's the way to go. Also, I forgot to say, a big part of what we are going to deal here with, and a big part of the formation of personality, is wounding what has happened to us, the environment where we have been raised. Unless you are extremely lucky, we have been shocked and hurt multiple times. So that creates a big part of this personality, and a big part of this I have to be quiet now. I can't show this emotion anymore. I can't show my enthusiasm anymore. I can't be angry. I can't be sad. So all these patterns of inauthenticity and strategic patterns, they initially are fueled by this shock, hurt, and realizing that it's not safe to be really me as a kid. It's not safe to be me. So I need to be. And the child consciousness is adaptable, extremely adaptable, resilient, and it tracks the environment, and it sees, okay, if mommy is like this and daddy is like that, and all these people are in the house, and whatever, alcohol, whatever is happening there, the child learns how to be in a certain way to have less shit or violence or arguing, or to get more praise or love, or to play with them sometimes, or learns to be in a certain way, so maybe there's less chaos. Maybe there's all time chaos and people fighting in the house, and the child is like, oh, well, it starts to be super cute. Maybe if the child becomes super cute and funny, then is going to lighten up the atmosphere. So they're like a mascot, a clown, a sweet child. Other people, in order to get love, approval, and safety, we are, okay, then I have to be good now. I have to be good and to perform and to get straight A's and to be perfect, to attain. Because when I get straight A's or I do this, then I get less shit and maybe some love. Yeah, so there's a pattern of denying myself and being excellent and trying to achieve. Other patterns, like my pattern was that stressful and seemingly unstable, and so I became very guarded and hiding. I wouldn't share with my parents. I will just be quiet and attentive and polite. It's fine to be polite. Be very polite and good boy, and to hide, not ask, not share, and be deceptive. Deceptive, hide, lie, be good. Other people, whatever, man, it can be one becomes a very charming, that becomes like I'm a very seducing person and I'm thriving on getting sexual attention and all of that. There are all kind of patterns. Or let's say there's conflict, something bothers me, and I'm shocked again. I'm going into some old shock, and then I am not saying anything, and I'm just staying put and trying to appease, please, fawn, to keep the situation harmonious, so it doesn't get how it was in the family of origin. So I'm shutting down, compromising to avoid conflict. Or even just some mysterious shutdown, guardedness all the time. Shut down, guardedness, not safe to be vulnerable, not safe to share. Some people, they develop this, oh, it's my job to make everybody happy. To be a good boy, I need to make everybody happy. I'm responsible for people's happiness. And hey, can you give me a ride to the airport? Yeah, sure. Hey, can you help me to move? Yeah, I'm coming. It's like, can't say no. Can't say no. And then builds resentment. And other pattern is called up and out pattern. I'm in a relationship. When I'm by myself, I'm myself. I'm free. I'm happy. I'm good. And I get into a bonded relationship and I switch into some kind of mode of, what am I supposed to do? I have to do something. I have to please her. I have to abandon myself to make this work. I have to do what I'm supposed to. I have to call her. Why didn't you call me? Oh, fuck, okay, I won't call her. So all of these are fake, but not in a judgmental way. It's not what's really our inner essence, child, authentic. And so it's impossible to have a fulfilling, loving relationship. It's impossible to have more attuned love if one is guarded, fake, compromising, not saying no, not asking. Yeah? So the scope of this immersion is to loosen up some of these patterns for us. So the idea is to first hone into one or two of these, and sometimes they're related, one of two patterns of these that I'm going to help you guys already probably know, but I'm going to help you get more precise about it, to loosen them up. What does it mean to loosen them up? So they are maybe less, they diminish, they become less active, and then we gradually have we formed a groove to be more authentic and real. The way to diminish them is, first of all, to become very aware of them. These are so strong, you can't change it right away. You can't come to a workshop and change a lifetime of a pattern. You can't. You can't do some ayahuasca and change a lifetime of a pattern. You can't. That's bullshit. If they sell you that, run. So, yeah, it's all connected to everything else, and they are subconscious and quick, and this gradual diminishing of them comes through, first before we can change anything, we first need to know it very well. Before you can change like a Swiss watch, you can't just get in there and, oh, that's not good. No, it doesn't work. You have to know the whole intricacy of the thing. So the way to go is to be very aware of them, to know them, not just psychologically, but to know when it comes, how it feels, what's behind it, what's the belief, what's the past, what's this, what's the cost, what's the payoff, what's the subconscious utility when I fuck myself over. I'm getting a lot out of it. So conscious knowing, investigation, then we bring awareness to some deeper layers. There's emotions there is all kind of stuff. So just bringing the light of awareness to these things, this is a little bit like a vampire in a way. I mean, they can't survive if there's a lot of light on them. But then again, you go back, especially if you're in a relationship, it'll come. So especially if you're in a relationship and we're all in a relationship, it's going to come back. So this is more like a long-term work, but it's essential. You can't do it like, hey, okay, I'm going to be authentic, man. Come on, I'm going to do this. I'm going to decide to do that. That doesn't work. This is like the conscious mind has much weaker than the momentum of the unconscious pattern. Let's see. Okay, now there is another thing here. It's tricky because part of the work is to loosen up the false personality and to put in the cockpit the authentic nature. And we are talking about being real and open and authentic and all of that. Okay, but the rest of the world is usually in some fake shit and they are not safe. So now I'm going to be sweet and innocent and open and vulnerable and with these people who are going to kind of take advantage of that, or so how's that working? That's tricky. One of the teachers of the fourth way, Gurdjieff, would say honesty with everybody all the time is stupidity. So we still need to have some type of persona, persona to interface with the falseness and harshness of the world. One is not now open, gullible, naive, and innocent. Also, it's not possible because these patterns, they've been formed to protect us. They're strong. You can't. So the idea is it's not, hey, I'm going to be honest and open with everybody. So the idea is that sometimes it's the wisest thing is to not be honest and open and guarded and careful, and that's the wise thing. But the idea is to have this option, at least with my friends, at least with my lover, at least with the people that I let in the inner circle, to be able to relate from that. Also, even with the world, like it's so nice to be free from all of this worry of what other people think of me and how do I need to be in order that they like me. that is a hassle, a big leak of energy. All right, I will stop here with the context, and let's drop in, and then I'm going to ask you some questions, and then we'll go into some checking in. Yeah? All right.